Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, brought to you today by Peninsula Energy, ASX code PEN. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now by the Managing Director of Peninsula, George Bauk. Hi, George.
Hi, Matt. How are you going?
I'm good. Okay, so after a difficult period that saw its shares suspended from the ASX when the company struggled to get its USA-based uranium plant into production, Peninsula Energy now has a new management, a new mine plan, and this week it joined the very slim ranks of companies producing uranium in the USA. The move coincided exquisitely with a statement out of the US government about increasing its uranium reserves, and it's game on now for uranium producers in the USA. Okay, George, tell me exactly where is your Lance uranium project and what's the resource at that project right now?
Yes, so Matt, we're located in the northeast corner of Wyoming. We have a resource at the Lance project of 58 million pounds at 500 ppm, and 30 kilometres north of that we have the Dagger project, which has 6.9 million pounds at over 1,000 ppm.
Okay, so massive milestone this week. You actually produced some uranium. Some thought you might not get there. How much did you produce and who will you flog it to?
Yeah, look, we've produced our first drum, over 1,000 pounds. Huge milestone, 14 months since concrete pour. We're uncontracted over the next 2 years, so we'll be looking to put together a marketing strategy of exactly where we place that uranium over the coming years.
What's the ramp-up plan now? Are you in continuous production?
Yes, we are. So we're getting the well fields up and running and going through the central processing plant. So we're now going to be producing uranium day in, day out.
And what about ramping up? What sort of tonnes are we talking over time?
Yeah, so calendar year 25 will be up to 50,000 pounds. In calendar year 26, we'll be targeting 400 to 500,000 pounds. And in calendar 27, looking to 5 to 600,000 pounds.
And how much of that ramp-up plan is funded? How are you going for money?
That Horizon 2, which I've just gone through with you, we're fully funded. We've just raised $92 million through debt and equity and fully funded to the end of 27.
So there's lots of buzz in the USA around uranium this week after the US government made a public statement about securing more local uranium. What were the nuts and bolts of that statement?
Yeah, look, the Secretary of Energy came out and said that as a result of really putting things in place against anything to do with the Russians going forward, it's important for the United States to stockpile US-produced uranium.
And what did that statement do to the share price of all the uranium players over there?
Yeah, look, when it went out, TSX was up, between 5 and 15%. Cameco was up 10%. It reflected in the ASX the next day. All the stocks were green, and we were the best producing stock at around 17% on Tuesday.
George Bauk from Peninsula Energy, thanks for joining me on Bulls and Bears. And remember, we're only here to give you information, not advice, which you should, of course, seek independently. I'm Matt Birney, and this is Bulls and Bears.
For more public company CEO interviews, go to the Money page on the 6PR, 2GB and 3AW websites and click the Public Companies tab.